Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, my schnauzer has taken her place in heaven, and she is now happy with her cousins, Kobe and Lucy. So now with us in my house is the infamous, I do mean that, Sheba, the German Shepherd. All right. Thank you, Karen. You did a great job. I am just, bios update all the time anyway, but you did a great job. I am, every time Mark requests that I talk a little bit about the experience here, and Joel, by the way, thank you for your email relative to dates. I always kind of just try and picture talking to a group of people who have not had this experience in Montgomery, Selma, Tuskegee, Birmingham, all of those key cities that hold the treasures of the movement, the civil rights experience. The word civil rights is really its term. It's being stretched to encompass so many different titles these days in which we live in. We are living in precarious times, as you very well know. If you get up in the morning, you know you are bombarded with all kinds of nonsensical news, is what I call it. And it's repeated day in, day out. I think it's by design for you to know that everything is hopeless, but it is not. It is not. I thought about songs relative to the movement. Well, the first one that I came across, what in my mindset was Aretha Franklin's "Respect." And although she was talking about her mate, I'm talking about respect for mankind. All we want is respect. And then I got another a song in my head that Teddy Pendergrass sang, "Wake up, everybody! There's a new day. It's time for us to start paying attention to a new day." And then the late great Sam Cooke, "A change is gonna come." Definitely a change is going to come. And then finally, the phrase that is used by the late, wonderful, great, amazing, and I don't even think he's gone on. I think he's still in our presence. Is the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who says, "We shall overcome. We shall overcome." So these times in which we're living are perilous times. I consider them perilous, but I don't think that. I think that there's still hope, and that once we get over the period of time in which we're dealing with, I think having some understanding of the movement and of the foot soldiers, some of them, thank God, are still living, known and unknown. Joanne Bland, Linda Lowry, Joyce O'Neill, Mr. Malden, Charles Malden, and Nelson Malden. Many of them are still here with us, although they may have had some, have aged as life goes. But I mention those names because those occupy the spaces in which I would include in an itinerary for you. I was looking through some notes before we totally logged on of who I had recently with me, and the list goes on. But Harper's Playground was one of them, another nonprofit organization. I'm working on an itinerary for the Seed Group. They're a student, it's a school that's coming out of Baltimore, Maryland. To see me, I just finished with an amazing young group of students from the Denver International School. These were junior high students who were just incredibly brilliant and speak multiple languages. I mean, they got, I mean, so they're multilingual, but they were so engaged in the history and the experience in which they had. And I just tucked away the letters. I get letters from them every year because I always see them every year, different group, different grades. But they wrote some letters that really touched my heart because they were really paying attention to what they witnessed in the Legacy Museum. Brian Stevenson, I know you know the name. Brian Stevenson is just like a mastermind genius in terms of how he's able to capture the history. Even though it's painful history, it still is real history. But there's also some light at the end of the tunnel in his presentation where you'll be able to get some relief with the art gallery that he's presented. And I gotta tell you, if you do not want to miss, I don't know what your dates are going to be, but I'm going to tell you, if you are able to get inside the elevation new hotel property, it is magical. I've never seen property like I booked a room. I live here. I booked a room for New Year's Eve because I got to stay in one of the rooms because I went into the lobby and you could just kind of, if you, they allowed you to sit in the lobby and just hang out there. There's a library in there, and I mean, it's just, I can't even describe it to you. So I mean, and then of course, those historical sites that we definitely will have to engage. And the Rosa Parks Museum is my favorite, one of my favorites. Let me correct myself because I say that to all of them. Dexter is my favorite. Civil Rights Memorial Center is my favorite. Rosa Parks is my favorite. Of course, the legacy sites are my favorite. And then there's a brand new legacy site which is called the Freedom Monument Sculpture Park. I can't even describe. I don't think I can hold up that calendar to show you the picture of it because it doesn't come through on Zoom. You know how Zoom is. I don't know. Yeah. One of the sculptures. That's on the face of his calendar that he sends out yearly. You can get it online. It's got incredible history every month. Just amazing, amazing history and events and cultures that need to be witnessed. It needs to be witnessed. You can read about it, you can know about it, you can hear about it. Everybody has their own interpretation of the history and what happened. But when you are in the actual space where these events occurred, where Rosa Parks was arrested, I was in a parade the other night. I presented Mrs. Parks in the Christmas parade, the city's Christmas parade, and we had a replica of the bus in which she was arrested on in the parade. So, I mean, just really to feel the energy of and the spirit of the movement that happened in Montgomery and in Selma on that bridge. We're getting ready to commemorate in March the 61st anniversary of the Voting Rights March, the Bloody Sunday March. And then we're gonna be in Selma, where they're gonna have some amazing speakers. There's always and let me just say this, and then I'll let you all go because I know y'all got business to tend to, and so do I. The Buddhist monk will be here on Monday. They're doing, you've heard about the monks that are walking off from Texas all the way to Washington, D.C. on a peace movement. They were in Selma yesterday. They're going to be here Monday. It's a peace journey. They're just spreading peace. I love that word. I won't tell y'all the secret, but I use that word a lot. But in passwords. But I gotta tell you, it is just some really amazing times and energies that we are going through. We're gonna be all right. It's just a matter we remain steadfast and unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. So thank you so very much for the opportunity. I know if you have questions, you can always email me or just call or whatever you want to do. But please try your best. Rhodes Scholars come here all the time. I have three groups of Rhodes Scholars that come 3 times a month. Do make this sacrifice and do this journey. It's a journey. It's not, this ain't Disneyland by no means, but this is a journey that really will change your life. Thank you, Mark, for the
The
opportunity.
opportunity.
Y'all
Y'all
have a
have a
wonderful
wonderful
day.
day.